Bonjour tout le monde und willkommen für die Deutsche, and hello to everyone else and other languages. Hello, my name's SaveWithCrypto. I'm here with Maff. Hello, Maff.
Hello, hi. I think we ought to start doing like maybe Inuit, like Eskimo, and Welsh as well.
Oh yeah, Welsh. That would be Croeso something.
something. Isn't that like Welcome to Wales?
Well,
Croeso Cymru or something.
Cymru is welcome to Wales, isn't it?
Yeah,
At least that's what it says when I go over the Severn Bridge. Anyway.
yeah. Do you have to pay that way?
No, it's
Do you pay
free. No, it's free.
What, in both directions?
Yeah. They used to have it so that it was free to get into Wales, but you had to pay to get out, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the only way to keep anyone in there, isn't
it? But apparently they stopped charging for it, and tourism. It's something like tourism in Cardiff went up by £2 billion or something each year.
Okay, so is a net gain, in other words.
Yeah. It worked out all right, which annoys me, because they were supposed to do that with the the thing that I always called the Dartmouth Tunnel Bridge.
The Dartmouth Tunnel Bridge. Yeah. Well, that's where they went wrong. Obviously, couldn't commit one way or the other.
Yeah, because like for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, we're just talking about bridges and tunnels, really. But the Dartford Tunnel used to be a hideous tunnel where basically the M25 went underneath the Thames in both directions, and it was just absolutely hideous. And it was the biggest bottleneck ever. So they built a big bridge over the top, and I just thought the best name for it would have been the Dartford Tunnel Bridge. I think that would just be a superb name, but they called it the Queen Elizabeth II Bridge or something. Is that right?
Oh, it's such a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I think the Dartford Tunnel Bridge, that'd be brilliant. Anyway, so they did that. So the Dartford Tunnel Bridge goes clockwise, so it goes like north to south, and the tunnel goes south to north. Now the idea was when they introduced it, they had a toll for it. I think it was about £1.50 or something like that, and it was reasonable, it was okay. And the idea was it was going to pay for it. It was going to pay for the bridge in about 3 years, and after that they would scrap it and make it free. And it never happened, did it? And now it's about £10, wasn't it, or 12?
Yeah, they realise they're onto a nice little in there. Well, I suppose they say they have to maintain it, but what do they actually have to do? Just a fresh lick of paint every now and again.
I guess so. I'd say my favourite bridge. My favourite bridge, right, is the Clifton Suspension Bridge in Bristol, going over
It's very high up, isn't it?
It's very high up. It goes over the Avon Gorge, and it was designed by my favourite Victorian engineer, is Isambard Kingdom Brunel. I absolutely love his work. I think it's just fascinating, and I think he was an incredible guy, actually.
Well, he should be lauded for having such an amazing name as well.
Well, yeah. He was. His dad was French, actually. He was, Michel Brunel or something. Obviously it's a French name in it, but that bridge, right? That was made 150 years ago to carry horses and carriages, right? And today they've made it restricted on the width a little bit, so like a large van can go through there. You can't, no lorries or anything like that,
which is good anyway.
But nevertheless, it does carry 1 million vehicles every year, and there's been no structural changes done to the bridge in 150 years. Isn't that incredible?
That really is. I mean, so it's the Victorians, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, just absolute miracle workers of, well, I guess we could call it over-engineering, but it's just like it's kind of what's needed, isn't it? Nowadays, there's where are we going to veer off into this? It's going to go into like architecture and just like under-engineering of just like making everything as cheap as possible, and then it falls down in 10 years' time.
So, and then things are just constant maintenance, I suppose, isn't it? But But the other thing that amazes me as well, I mean, I do pop up there occasionally and have a look at it. Because I just marvel at it. I do love Green Hours work, and obviously there's lots of it as well. It's a great city, by the way. And
yeah, for sure. So I think the hecklers have begun already.
Oh no, have they?
Yeah, did I just write the History Channel?
So we're just doing a bit of Victorian engineering there, Scotty.
Yeah.
Just
Come on, Scotty.
you must understand what we're talking about. Anyway, and I just think, well, this was actually made by just guys with pickaxes and shovels. There's no JCBs or anything like that, or cranes or anything. And it's just like, how the hell did they do that? It's just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just brawn horses.
Yeah,
brawny horses.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Let's just talk a little bit about crypto, because that's probably why people
brawny crypto. Yeah, let's do it.
So, actually, what I am going to show you first of all is, do you know yesterday? Well, for anyone who doesn't know, right, we have this indicator called Quadzilla. This is. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, what's that?
If I pop it on the chart here, you can see wonderful things. This is like the 3-minute time frame on Bitcoin. And I reckon in the course of this video, what's going to happen? Sorry, the course of this live stream, what's going to happen is that yellow and green EMA will probably cross over. That price will probably go up to that red retracement line there. Then it'll probably come back a little bit and do that sort of thing. Quadzilla kind of not tells you, but it gives you a pretty good idea of where the price is going to go with amazing accuracy. And what we've got built into it is this statistics thing. Okay, so if you come down here and do show retracement stats, it will tell you like how many of these kind of retracements play out. So for example, on this time frame here with the bearish retracements, like these red ones here, you can see out of the 330 we've had since the 6th of October 2025, 307 of those have played out. That's 93%. And the bullish ones, I'm just like, God, I had one of them for a while on this time frame. There's a bullish one down there. On the bullish ones, there's been 327 of those, and 310 have kind of retraced to that level again. So the accuracy is amazing. Now, what happened yesterday was I started off the stream talking about my friend Mr. Delta, who'd gone to his favored AI thing, which is called Manus AI, which nobody else seems to use apart from him, but I believe it is reasonably popular. And he'd say, can you do a review of Quadzilla? And what it did, it kind of started being a bit negative about one of the claims that I had, which I did in the video. And it was basically, I was looking at the bearish retracements on the, what was it? It was the monthly time frame, I think, for gold. And basically it had been right 100% of the times on the bearish ones in 193 years. Anyway, so it said, that this isn't accurate, that can't be right, and all that sort of thing. Anyway, so this friend of mine, he went back to his Manus AI thing, and he asked this.
I think you need to have another look, because you can actually see the stats. You can actually pull out the stats when you want them, as you're using the.
Spit it out.
As you're using the indicator. Yeah, you seem to have a negative slant towards it.
Okay, did you hear that?
Yeah, that seriously told it.
Yeah, no, I love how people talk to AI things. Like I do that as well. I was like, nah, that can't be right. Surely, can you check that again? Oh, sorry, And anyway,
I quite like the. Is it Manus or Manus or Muna? Anyway,
you got an anus in it.
Yeah, exactly. So you're absolutely right. Yeah, so it didn't get, well, talk about the name. It didn't get butt hurt about it, at least. So, well, I stand by my analysis. Well, going down a particular route, I think. Anyway.
I've got so many stories I want to tell, but I won't.
Probably not on the live stream now.
Yeah, might to talk. No, I've got to do briefly, but I've got one of them secret lab chairs, right? And if you take a photo of it and then post a picture on their Facebook thing, you get an extra year of guarantee, right? And
Okay.
and I thought I'd just have a look at someone else's, see what they posted first, and somebody said, like, my secret lab chair is really amazing, I love it, all that kind of thing, and their reply was, thank you very much for your review, we stand behind all our products, blah blah blah. And I couldn't resist saying, why do you stand behind your products, why don't you sit on them?
Yes, it's a really good point. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
anyway, this manners thing, so I'm getting to a point here, right? Anyway, so yeah, it said
It's really fessing up to it, isn't it?
I know, it's like, it's, oh, wow. Sorry. Anyway, it said, what I got wrong. My original review failed to properly investigate the built-in retracement stats module, a critical feature that changes everything.
It does.
This module displays historical success rates directly on your chart for the specific asset and time frame you're viewing. This is a level of transparency that's rare in the indicator world. Well done, maff. Anyway, so
yeah, quite right.
So my revised expert opinion, if the built-in stats statistics consistently show 85 to 95% success rates across multiple markets, which users can verify themselves, then Quadzilla possesses genuine and exceptional predictive value. This is a complete reversal from my initial 55 to 65% estimate. Yeah, right. And the key difference is the checkability, verifiability. Users aren't being asked to blindly trust marketing claims. They can see the historical performance on any chart they want to trade. What makes Quadzilla stand out? Transparency. The on-chart statistics let you verify performance before trading. Asset-specific data. Stats are calculated per market and time frame, not just one global claim. 3, sophisticated design. The quad stochastic approach provides genuine noise filtering. There's a bit more to it than that, but user empowerment.
Provides among other things.
Yes. Yeah. User empowerment, you can check which markets work best before committing capital. I like that. And the realistic assessment, the indicator likely does have 85 to 95% success rates on retracement patterns, verifiable on chart. This is exceptional performance for a technical indicator. However, 90% directional accuracy does not equal 90% profitable trades. We've said that before, haven't we?
It's very much a thing.
Yeah,
it's interesting they bring in psychology on that one, because that is a huge part of it as well.
Yeah.
However, just one thing on that is that was one of the reasons why I kind of also introduced the other parts, the extended stats, really. Right. So that you could also kind of see, like, what kind of average drawdown or draw up, whatever you might expect to see. Not really drawdown, is it? The average kind of distance the price is going to move, the range. And also how many bars and the overall time that the different steps would take, depending on the time frame and so on. So yeah.
Cool. And then it's just got a bit of general advice, really. Risk management remains critical, even with high accuracy, obviously. Best suited for swing trading in appropriate market conditions. I think that just depends how you trade, really, doesn't it? I mean, but yeah,
best suited for swing trading. Yeah, so not sure about that conclusion.
Well,
in appropriate market conditions, like what indicator isn't best suited for appropriate market conditions? But yeah, swing trading, day trading, scalping, it's kind of good for all of it, really.
Yeah,
because you often see, like, when you zoom into the 1 minute or 3 minute charts or whatever, and you kind of you see the retracement levels just kind of playing out quite pretty well. If anything is so, like, 1 minute Forex, I think is especially good.
Right. Okay, cool. Anyway, so I thought I'd just show you that. So that's interesting, isn't it, though? Because I think initially this was just going on, what I was talking about. I think it was mostly using, like, titles of my videos as the claims for the indicator. Then it looks like
it got told off.
we got told I've looked a bit deeper, and this is my problem with AI, because like it's great most of the time, and then sometimes it's just not very good,
Yeah.
Anyway, this probably brings me on to NVIDIA, I suppose, which did all right yesterday, didn't it?
Did okay, yeah. It's
sorry, I mean the results did okay.
Yeah. Well, but did better than okay, didn't they? I suppose they were
it did, yeah.
better than expected. So yeah, because I'll cover a bit of that in a bit as well with the TA. But essentially, because obviously the Bitcoin price was kind of crashing a bit for a change. I think just after the FOMC minutes, so we were seeing more of a dump there, and then the NVIDIA earnings came out, and the price pumped a bit. So it kind of like cancelled the two out. They cancelled each other out, really. It's kind of a zero sum day, zero sum pump, dump pump. Yeah.
Yeah. Now with these kind of traditional assets, I mean, when it's kind of outside trading hours, I mean, they do stuff, don't they? But it's just not as big. Is that kind of what happens, or do you know?
Sorry, I was just taking a big gulp of coffee there.
I mean, for example, like when the market would have shut at like 9 p.m. Last night in UK time. So then the results came out, and there was like it was a big sort of pump in like 4% in the price. So that was kind of after market, wasn't it? So
do you have a chart? Are you showing it on a chart?
Oh shit! I'm doing it again, aren't I? Sorry, excuse my French.
We had enough of that at the beginning of the.
Okay. I got okay. Yeah, here you go. Yes, right. This is the chart. So what I was saying was, so last night, the results came in at 9 p.m. sort of thing, and then UK time, and up it went, sort of like 4%. But obviously that's after hours, isn't it? That's I mean, is that how these things work? I mean, do they kind of trade 24 hours a day, but kind of more bigly when in the New York session, or is that how it works?
Well, this is NASDAQ, isn't it? So that's going to have specific opening hour things. So you don't really see gaps as such on this, do you? I mean, if you go to the daily.
Oh, well, hang on. That's because I'm looking at extended trade now. If I go for regular,
okay.
go for
there you go. Yeah.
So that's regular trade now. So this one ends. This one ended at 8:30. 8:30, is that right? No, it's not 8:30, is it?
Don't know.
I always thought it was 9.
Oh well. But yeah, so I guess it does jump then. But it is a weird thing with the extended hours, because obviously they have like a pre-market open and things like that, and it's sort of thing. Well, just is the market open or isn't it? How is some getting to trade? So that's not really like a fair. I mean, maybe someone can explain it.
I mean, there's a big difference between that and that, isn't there?
Yeah, quite. Yeah.
But anyway, so so there's definitely stuff to talk about. Have you got anything to talk about?
One or two things.
Okay, shall I do the honors?
Let's go for it.
Okay, right. So let's just get myself organised. Right, here we go. There you go.
Okay, so actually, anticlimatically, should we go through the chat first of all? 'Cause we haven't really done
yeah, of course. But that's not an anticlimax. It's the highlight of the day.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. Actually, so let's see who we got. There's. I was thinking about changing the avatar because on X there's I've got the dog picture, so I think I might just add that here. I did try doing like getting a video version of to do like an animated version of the dog talking, because I thought that might be quite effective, but it was actually very, very freaky, a bit too beyond uncanny valley. It was just freak out. So I probably won't do that.
So you could call yourself Crypto Rover then.
It's true. Well, I'd have to do some like Crypto Fido or something. Gosh, that could be Crypto Fido. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Because it sounds a bit like confide, then, doesn't it?
Yeah, sort of.
Kind of. Well, if you really kind of
or DeFido.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Anyway, we've got all these ideas now. So, afternoon, WJM. Welcome. Another day. Afternoon, fellows. Afternoon, fellow. Scotty made it. Welcome. And hello, Gvadstes, I think. See, I can do German as well now. So hello, Kaz. And Nick K. Hi. Did I? Oh yeah, we did. This is the heckling, wasn't it?
Well, you do need a basic understanding of Victorian engineering if you're going to trade crypto, really.
I see it. Yeah, support levels and so on.
Yeah,
Count Duck Egg. Morning. At the airport. Morning at the airport.
Cracking.
So, where are you flying to? Or are you meeting someone? Or have you just flown from somewhere?
Or do you just like aeroplanes?
Yeah, cool. That's plane spotting.
Plane spotter.
Yeah. There are certain aspects of going to an airport. I mean, it's generally a utterly miserable experience, I'd say. But one or two nice things, like if you like just stopping at the, one of the restaurants, the coffee shop or whatever, and just having like a, just coffee or a nice cup of tea and some bit of toast. I don't know. Is that just me?
That's probably just you.
I would actually pay thousands of pounds or maybe hundreds of pounds to fly on the basis of just having that bit of the experience, I think.
Okay. That's probably just
me.
Just you. Yeah. I quite like. I used to do quite a lot though when I lived in the Alps. Quite a lot of people would fly to either Turin or Grenoble in France, and I'd go and pick people up. As a if they were friends, or sometimes I'd do it as a for a bit of money, just as a kind of cheap airport transfer, if you like.
Yeah.
I used to like picking people up because then it's nice to meet people and say hello and all that sort of thing. I used to hate taking people to the airport because I thought I want to go somewhere.
There's always that. It's to come away from it. Talk about anticlimactic. Just come away feeling a bit sort of left out.
Yeah, actually, no, I wasn't that bothered though, because quite often it'd just be people who were flying from Turin back to like Bradford or something like that, So you think, okay, well, I definitely don't want to go to Bradford, But I had another mate. He now lives in Sri Lanka actually, but he was always flying off to like Hong Kong and places like that, and quite exotic things. I'd take him over there, and then I wouldn't see him for 6 months, and he'd be on a beach somewhere in Asia, sort of having a nice time, So yeah, just that.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So Nick K, lol. Oh, we got the thing. This is the. I'm glad they're not doing that during the TA. This will be that'll change the complexion of that a bit. Tartaria, yeah.
What's that?
Tartaria isn't that the civilization that disappeared, or something, like in the 1800s, I think.
I thought that was the red light district in Amsterdam.
It's probably that too. Well, it seems like it might have been the red light district in, I don't know, like Edinburgh or somewhere.
Yeah, Tart area. Yeah.
In Greek mythology, not a really good like place to be. I imagine it probably wasn't. When Moon next Thursday, I think should be on that. Tartar is on Old World Maps. Yes, yeah, I remember seeing a couple of YouTube videos about that and reading up on it, and so it's just interesting, really. Oh wow, okay, awesome. We need to have a kind of stop everything and hit the alarm bell like ding 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 for such things. So absolutely looking forward to. Don't you already have the monthly another day? Sorry, don't want to start discussing your account details live stream, but yeah, chat to us about that if you want.
If you do, because I know one of the other guys in the Discord was trying to change his subscription from the monthly to the Black Friday deal. I'm not sure how far he got with it. I think he might have just looked at it and thought it doesn't expire till November the 14th. So December the 14th. So I'll sort it out later. So I'm not sure. I might have to get in touch with him, but I believe if you do that, if you've got the monthly, I think if you go, there's a link in that which sends you to the client portal thing, and then you can change your subscription there. If you do that, I believe what happens is you get refunded on the remaining portion of the monthly.
It kind of credits it, I think.
Yeah. So then, does that mean you pay the difference then? Or?
Yeah. So I think it's just like the steps that they automatically do. So you don't see a refund go to your account.
Yeah.
They credit it and immediately apply the prorated discount. New one.
Yeah. So it's going to seem really, really cheap actually if you've already got the monthly.
It's true.
So
yeah. And then it kind of resets the subscription date, so it's like it starts again from today, effectively, or whenever you do it.
Yeah. So yeah, that works fine. You don't have to wait for your monthly to run out to get your maximum time sort of thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maximum monthage, I guess.
that's the word.
Yeah,
that's the word.
The word you were grappling for there. Afternoon. Firewatch 999, ding ding ding. Bon après à tout.
Oh, it's bon après is kind of short for après midi, sort of so slang for afternoon.
Oh, okay, afternoon. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's like après ski, effectively. So you got the same route, kind of.
If you said when are you going to come around to when you're going to come around today, if someone says d'après, it means it's short for like
after midday.
Après midi, but it gets. Oh, sorry, yeah. I kind of assume that everyone knows what après midi means. Après midi, after midday. So yeah, afternoon.
Yeah. So you can't say it to a German person then.
Well, yeah, no. Well, I don't know, because Germans they have Mittagessen, don't they? Which is like lunch, which is like Mittag, midday, Essen, eat, midday, eat. But I wonder what time they have that. Probably 2:30 or something.
Okay.
But probably not 12. Probably not 12. You see. So, but German for afternoon. They got an afternoon. I'm not sure about that. Anyway.
So holding out for a dip on Tesla. Would you guys agree? I don't know. We could have a look at that. Yeah, let's look at that. To Belgrade.
Nice.
The airport. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Where's that again? That Belgrade is. What country is that?
So perhaps you could help us out.
Serbia.
We're quite ignorant.
That's Serbia, isn't it?
Don't know.
Yeah,
I should know. It's one of those ones I really should know.
Which is where which is where teamwork is from. I think he's Serbian.
Okay. It always used to be in the news a lot. Belgrade. I remember that.
Well,
when there was conflict, I suppose.
That was probably when back in the Yugoslavia days, wasn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh God, everyone's going French now. It's doing my head in, mate. It's doing my head in.
Okay.
Hello, Steve McQueen. Hi. Good to see you back. bonsoir, mon ami, from Dubai.
It's not quite bonsoir yet. I suppose it is in Dubai, isn't it?
Yeah. What else we got? So, yes, that one. I think I've I think I started to watch that, but haven't finished it. It's something on those lines, but I'm kind of very interested in it anyway. So, yup. Sounds great to get a refund to, well, depending how you look at it.
It's not a refund. It just means
it's a pro-rata thing. But yeah. It works out. So essentially, they don't
stiff you.
They don't. Yeah. They don't just kind of like append the 12 months license onto the end of the 1 month when that expired. That's a bit like what TradingView do. Because they kind of do that. I think
they do, but I did that video ages ago about TradingView when they would do that, and they didn't make it clear, and I just was not sure actually. But I think they got their wording wrong, because I think I don't think my video was right. I think their offer was better than I made it out to be. Anyway, we'll see.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there is going to be a TradingView offer starting on tomorrow. I think actually it's going to be the Black Friday thing. So if you were going to upgrade your TradingView, hang on till tomorrow, and even better, use our link, which is in the description down below, savewithcrypto.org/TradingView, because that will get you $15 off. So like extra, I believe, and I believe that works with the Black Friday deals as well.
Yeah, for sure. This is absolutely save with crypto today, isn't it?
Yeah, Mittagessen is you see 1 o'clock, and if you live on the village outside the city, it's 12:30. Older people have it. Yeah, brilliant. You see, that's what time you have your midday meal. 1 o'clock.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. I love that, because I always think of like Germans being sort of very precise and on time and all that sort of thing. And I love the idea that midday doesn't mean anything in particular. Whereas to most countries I know, it means 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Cheers, Scotty. Well, interesting. I agree, actually. Yeah. About the old Tartaria thing. So, yeah, okay. I'm screen sharing, aren't I? Should we go do a bit of TA? So, I think, so what I was talking about earlier with just about the FOMC minutes, and I guess that. So, what are we on the daily? Actually, if we go to the 4 hour to illustrate that a bit more. So, when was it? It was all yesterday, wasn't it? So yeah, whatever time it was it then? It's probably a bit after that, actually. I was going to say that the price dumped on the FOMC minutes, and then because they were basically saying in that the December rate cut was more unlikely now, so Bitcoin dropped. Although looking at that there, maybe I'll just zoom in a bit more.
I actually couldn't work it out. Actually, I couldn't work out if that was what they were saying there, really. And I think that was probably like what everyone was thinking. Is that good or bad?
Yeah. So essentially, there was just a general air of negativity. Like yesterday was a bit of a down day in the US, I think. So yeah, and then obviously got a bit of a pump then on the NVIDIA earnings news, which is good. And now obviously just it's kind of leveling off a bit. So you kind of think like, well, if that's it, is that basically it? Or is it just that the US hasn't really had time to react properly yet to all of this kind of mix of news and so on?
Well, that can be the case, kind of, if cause obviously earnings results come out after trading, like I was saying. So
yeah. So yeah. Interesting, however, that looking at this on the 1 hour, Quadzilla kind of caught these moves pretty nicely, almost as if it knew what's going to be happening with NVIDIA. Like Quadzilla has the inside knowledge, allegedly. So so we got the obviously the momentum oscillator kind of curving around nicely, and the green background. So that was just textbook stuff. and it kind of came in with that big move. Well, big. How big was that? Yeah, 4.5, pretty much 5%. Well, almost 5%. 4.5% move to the upside. Actually, where did I measure from? Go for the wick, if it lets me. Yeah, should we just call it 5%? Then I can move on. So 5% move to the upside, and so that's pretty good. But yeah, you just feel like it's still a bit muted though overall, in terms of just like, is this the sort of absolutely just massive, like even just relief rally that we're kind of looking for at this stage? So feeling a little bit kind of, oh, actually it looks better like that. Yeah, there's big pump to the upside. It looks like now. So that ain't so bad. But yeah, effectively, as I was saying earlier, those two items, they kind of zero summed each other out of existence virtually, and ended up kind of pretty much back where we started on that one. It's like Wednesday may as well have just not happened, I think. So there's that. I was thinking of just having a quick look at just kind of where we are. I mean, so yesterday I attempted to have a look at things on a more rose-tinted kind of bullish stance, and just to say like, well, okay, really this is just the beginning. You're not bullish enough, and so on, and just like we're kind of just at the beginning of a major reversal and move to the upside and extended bull market, blah blah blah, etc. And I mean, to be honest, I didn't really quite succeed in all of that, because I think I was feeling quite down about the market yesterday anyway. So the bullish sentiment maybe wasn't quite there. But today, despite that, I thought might have a look at just what are the signs of of the current bear market. I've got a feeling that everyone watching this kind of knows. I think you're all kind of quite tuned into how things are happening. But I'll run through this anyway. And obviously, if I miss anything, then feel free to post that as well. We can add those to the list. So signs of a bear market. Obviously, on the daily, we've got the dreaded death cross. So actually, I'll just mute Quadzilla for a moment. So the 50 and the 200 MAs on the daily. So actually, that's got to be So the faster moving 50 MA has obviously crossed down under the 200 MA, and that's unfortunate. So because obviously when that happens, one of two things tends to occur. Like either there's a big rebound and then we just head on up, like an absolute statement, or there's just a giant capitulation and just big giant dump to the downside, and it marks the end of the bull market. And so far, it's kind of looking a bit more like the latter, I'd say. So, yeah, in each of these, I suppose I'm going by a lot of them. Well, happened there, but it wasn't like a very sort of. Actually, yeah, if I do that, I was going to say it wasn't like a big plunge to the downside, but changing the scale, it makes it kind of more than it is. So there was kind of that movement along, and that this particular one, just but major dump really, isn't it? Seems kind of caused by that big drop just there. When was back in 24, halfway through 24, dropped down. So that obviously brought the faster moving MA down a lot more, but then it kind of led to like this kind of statement recovery, like no, we're not done yet. It wasn't quite enough to bring the MA back up to get a golden cross out of it, but there was then just this kind of further drop down, and eventually the golden cross and kind of up we went. It's like, bull market is still on, guys. So that very much was in the middle of a bull market at that point that we got that death cross. Is this time different? Obviously, let's do that because the numbers are bigger, but we're probably talking about similar percentages, I think. So we could still have that big move to the upside there. So maybe the death cross isn't quite as just kind of, oh no, it's the end of the world or end of the bull market as it seems. What else we got? So the 3-year trend line we dropped below. I think I probably have to dig out that old tweet where I drew that. But it is essentially, I can't remember where I drew it from. Maybe from there. I'm not going to draw this particularly careful because I'm drawing it in order to delete it, really. But yeah, we kind of actually, when was it from? It was more from back there, wasn't it? But anyway, so yeah, we ascended the trend line. Now we've just dropped well below it, and it doesn't seem like we're particularly going to recover from that in any great hurry, unless we get so. Yeah, we could kind of. I mean, we are talking about maybe that if there's going to be a relief rally, it could kind of push up to maybe around the 108 level if we're lucky. So it could actually get back above this trend line, and then if all of all of the kind of macroeconomic things that they're almost like just legendary now, aren't they? It's just like what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, so the macroeconomic things are just kind of there, but not there, if you know what I mean. I'll go over that in a second. But if you got it back above there, and then there was just support in the market, then this could turn into support again. We kind of bounce our way back up to new highs. But I don't know. Depends which camp you're in on that one. So drop lows. So obviously the 50 MA on the weekly. Let's bring that in. In fact, that's the 50 MA. That's kind of convenient. So on the weekly, then we obviously dropped well below that, and closed below that, and continue to be well below that. We're obviously going to. So actually, how long is left on this week? 3 days. So yeah, just over halfway through the week, and we're not really showing many great signs of getting back up to there. So by the time that comes down a bit, we're probably looking at like it needs to break up at least above 100k, and probably above 101, 102 to be able to just close the weekly above the 50 MA by the end of this week. Can't necessarily see that happening, but that is a technicality, isn't it? Maybe it's not like Bitcoin has to do that, if you know what I mean. It's just we're reading the signs rather than reading the causes. So to strengthen the narrative rather than strengthen the actual price moves, we'd like to see that kind of close above the 50 MA at the end of the week. This week, next week, if there was going to be a strengthening price move to the upside there. The other thing, though, was the crypto fear and greed index. If I bring that up, I think that's currently kind of on here. Let me just put in the pretty background so that. Right. And also, if I just change that to daily, I think it gives
the site I normally look at is saying 11 for today.
Yeah. Okay. This has got 11 as well. So
okay.
I think it's in cahoots, as it were. So yeah. So essentially, an extreme fear. Normally for a bull market, well, in a bull market, do you even see the fear and greed index drop down to extreme fear generally? But if it does, if there's a big drop in market sentiment, you'd expect there to be just a rebound, and probably fairly quickly. Like here, though, 2025. Oh yeah, because I'm on daily. So that, yeah, it did. It dropped down into extreme fear. That was down to 10, 11 again, 10 and a bit. So, and it, well, it rebounded there, but then kind of in line with the price. Obviously, it just ranged and then just recovered back up again.
Yeah, that was all the tariff wars, wasn't it?
Yeah. And on back. So kind of dropped down into, I don't know what, that's just fear, isn't it? So boink, rebound, strong statement, back up it went, even though the price was just kind of ranging at that point. So I'll just do this. So this time though, it hasn't really just bounced straight back up. It's just kind of trundled sideways in a state of kind of walking terror, I guess. So that aspect isn't too great either. We've got kind of, so I think, I mean, I'm sure there are other signs as well. Just checking through in case there's anything. So yeah, another day, expecting it to go to the 2-day retracement level. Should have a look at that.
Which is it's about 85.1, that is.
Okay.
Depending on which chart you look at.
Yeah. So it does show up on most of them, doesn't it? So on the longer term ones like this. Yeah, so 85.1. And it's, yeah, I could totally see that as well. I think if it drops below there, then we're kind of seeing more down to like the 74, 75 level. It may even just like drop through the retracement level, bounce from that 74, 75 area and go back up. And if this holds true as being a bullish retracement, then that might well be the strong relief rally that we see from there. I mean that one's at 110. So that'd be. Should I draw this out? It just make things a bit more visual. We're on YouTube, so ought to. so it dropped down to there, and then essentially up to kind of there, slightly above. And then if that was it, if that was the relief rally, and boom down to winter and it's game over and so on, then why did that remove my arrowhead? Well, whatever. So, oh, did somebody bing? Was that an alert?
No, it's my eBay thing.
Oh, okay.
One of my orders was delivered.
Awesome. And I'd just like to welcome our resident scammy spammer into the chat. Hey there, really good to see you, sir. I have a particular fondness for you. Anyway, how have you been? How have you been? Just put up your feet, have a cup of tea there. So, okay. Yeah, that's kind of the bearish case. It does feel like what we're kind of likely to see from this is, at best, a relief rally, and everyone starts, well, not everyone, the Twitterati or whatever, start to post their kind of slightly meaningless charts again, saying like, see that you're not bullish enough, blah blah blah, bull market is back on, we are so back, etc. And then just point and then back down. So in a way, this could be a good time to actually just kind of so not financial advice. Essentially, this is financial advice to myself, therefore it is I don't know. What I'm thinking about doing, but unsure about, to be honest, is maybe offloading some of my crypto portfolio into gold at that point.
All right.
Or NVIDIA, I don't know really. But because if we have a quick look at gold, that is so much healthier. I mean, look at that. That is not a asset in trouble, is it?
No.
That's a strong asset that's doing well, peaked, recovered, continues to do well.
Yeah, I think it's here to stay, isn't it?
Do you think gold? Yeah, because I was convinced it wasn't going to catch on. But yeah. So that's my thought. I mean, if things time well, that we kind of get this up to like 110ish, and then and in the meantime, gold hasn't really moved, or maybe it's even just come down a little bit, then that could kind of be a good time to swap some over before gold maybe kind of bounces off one of these and then continues to work its way. I can't well, maybe I could. I can't necessarily see it crashing all the way down to these sorts of levels. So I don't know. Mind you, that there's the old thing, as usual. We see the retracement levels that like much lower down, and we comment or think that, well, that's just there, isn't it? It's never going to be reached ever again, and then something happens, and then suddenly the price is down there. So that's something to keep in mind. But it's just when that happens. That could be when the 18-year property market / business economy cycle reaches its end, and the whole global economy crashes. If that happens, in a year or so. So that could be when that happens. If that happens.
Or some sort of like large sort of gold asteroid just gently lands somewhere in a field in Hampshire.
Yeah, not so scarce now, mofo. Yeah. Just going to slurp my coffee 1 second.
Okay. It is also worth bearing in mind today. It's the non-farm payrolls thing as well. So do expect some volatility at 1:30, which is about 35 minutes time.
Interesting. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So is this one of those ones again where unemployment numbers as well? Okay. So is this one of the ones where if it's good, if they come out good, then the economy is looking good, but we kind of want it to be bad, so that they do cut the interest rates in December? Or is it that we kind of want it to be good? I think overall we want it to be good anyway. Just don't really want the economy to be crashing too much.
No, it's not. It's not quite what we're looking for, is it?
No. So ideally, if this is the case, and ideally if those came out kind of slightly bad, but not like horrendously, I don't know. So interest rates are one thing, but that might then just contribute to the need for quantitative easing, perhaps going into next year.
Yeah.
Of course, also, sorry, existing home sales would be an interesting one as well. Just as we were talking about the property market as well, because that's going to drive things. It kind of drives the economy, and it's also a great sort of guiding light of the economy, if you know what I mean. Get a good sign of how it's doing from that in particular. Sorry,
okay,
you were
cool.
saying. Yeah.
No. I was just looking at Scotty's comment here on LDO, which is Lido, isn't it? That's what's that all about? That's about isn't that to do with like Ethereum staking or something like that? Or is that what LDO is?
So yeah, sounds kind of familiar actually. So it's where it's non-custodial, or rather you keep custody essentially. I believe.
I'm not sure.
Could be
Actually.
wrong.
Oh God, it's popped up a lot, isn't it? What are you saying about it? You're saying, oh no, it wasn't that.
Yeah, Lido Finance.
Looks like it's potentially bottomed.
Will be sorted out for ease and whiz. What sort of ease are you talking about?
Not supposed to talk about that sort of stuff on this stream.
Yeah. So have a quick look at Lido, definitely. Just for that, I just wanted to quickly
sorry,
step through a couple of things. That's right. So the other side of this then is, and this is again kind of what we're seeing on X quite a lot, and the sort of but the macroeconomics side of things, and it's very much just it's almost becoming like take on a slightly hysterical edge to it, like like as the signs of kind of it's like a defensiveness thing, or just like as a signs of that it may not be the case of the bull market continuing. They're kind of like the voice is cracking a bit, and they're almost like shouting it now. It's like a denial type of thing. But like, however, things like the $2,000 stimulus checks in the US, so I guess they won't start appearing until next year. I've got a feeling people are just going to be paying off debts with these things when they turn up.
I know. I mean, when they said that before, he said like, oh, everyone's going to get a stimmy check and they're going to rush out and buy fart coin with it. It's not going to happen. It's like, if I had an extra $2,000 now, I'd probably, I'd just make sure all my bills are paid. Yeah, like you say, and then
essentially, because it's
maybe get the kids something nice for Christmas.
People are kind of people are either just about treading water or they're underwater, and they kind of need something like that just to, just gratefully received, thank you, etc. QT ending in December is the other thing that is being shouted about. I think, in fact, QT is already being shouted about as like it's it's already done, but it's ending next month. QE starting kind of, well, I guess it's going to be next year. But also, as we were talking about yesterday, the amount of money printing looks like it's probably going to be significantly less than in previous times. So that may not have nearly the kind of effect on the value of the dollar and so on as people might be assuming. Kind of so global liquidity. So I suppose like the M2 global money supply and excuse me, sorry, sorry again, and China and Japan. China already doing their massive money printing hasn't had that much of an effect, really, considering. Japan talking about kind of getting started on that, I think. The Fed rate cuts, so the last one didn't really have much of an effect, but it was less of a rate cut than people were hoping for, isn't it? So, and then now it's looking kind of less likely that we'll see one in December. I still hold out hope for that. Just liquidity of capital in, just from the, well, rather into the treasury, I suppose. So I don't know. What about the Bitcoin strategic reserve from like Crypto El Presidente? So is that still happening?
I don't know.
I mean, it's more rhetorical than trying to put you on the spot, but it's just it's. I mean, there was lots of talk about it, but has it happened? I mean, because there was all the Bitcoin that they'd kind of seized from alleged criminals and so on. Well, I suppose they were criminals, like drug dealers and whatnots. They've just kind of renamed the wallet, haven't they?
Right.
Essentially, loading at Ledger Live, or whatever it's called now. And just backspace, and just give it a different name.
That's an interesting idea. Yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like boom. We now have Bitcoin strategic reserve, but they were talking about putting the tariff profits, or the whatever you want to call them, really just into that. But instead, they seem to be putting them into the stimulus checks. So, it's a thing about however that strategic reserve is built up, it's got to be Bitcoin bought from money from out of thin air, isn't it? So and not necessarily from the money printing, which is the usual source. So it's like from some other way. So it's a weird thing, isn't it? Because if they're now reducing the tariffs and talking about that particular war is kind of in its is it zenith, whatever it is, when it's winding down. So yeah, there's a bit of a dilemma there, isn't it, or quandary? So like, do they keep on just gouging other countries for tariff money? Well, I suppose the US ends up paying for that anyway, and so kind of destroy the economy that way, and therefore no one buys Bitcoin, the price drops. Or do they keep doing that and use that to buy more Bitcoin and put it into the strategic reserve? So damned if you do and damned if you don't, really, you know. And then the final one was just altcoin ETFs. So obviously the Solana ETF seems to be doing pretty well. It's been just almost non-stop inflows into there. So yeah. So Scotty, Trump wants USA to hold 1 million Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, is he said how he's going to get 1 million Bitcoin though? Because that's what I'm unsure about.
Yeah, I don't get that. I that's a lot. You know,
there's a lot of Bitcoin. Just
you know, especially I don't know how you're going to do it. You're going to. It's like, well, what we'll do without the fire service or something, you know. Don't know. I get it.
They should have a defund the fire service movement in the US.
Yeah, because they definitely don't need that, especially places like Los Angeles, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I just get the impression a lot of those people who come out with stuff like that, they don't know what they're talking about. You know, I think they're thinking. I think they're thinking, all right, like a million Bitcoin. Okay, it's about 100 grand. So that'd be like $100 million. Hang on, is that right? No, 100. No, 100. Hang on, 100. I can't even do the sums now, but anyway, but they've obviously like multiplied the price that Bitcoin is by 1 million and thought, yeah, we can afford that. But it doesn't work like that, does it? You know,
no,
you can't just go to the Bitcoin shop and then say, oh, I'll have that. I suppose you can actually if you're doing the OTC.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, go straight to the miner. So, yeah, but yeah, because I mean, of course, the issue then, of course, is that they're doing all that buying over the counter, so it's not actually going to affect the price at all. If anything, it'll obviously drive up the scarcity, but that's just going to be kind of dependent on whether that eventually affects the demand. It's going to be dependent on demand. Whether that affects the price is going to be dependent on demand later on, I think. So, Cynthia Loomis and the CEO of Coinable are pushing for it to be passed. Coinbase, is that rather? Coinable. I was actually thinking, like, what the hell is Coinable? It's just one of these obscure background companies that I've never heard of, but it turns out that they're huge. But no, yeah, Coinbase. So I think it's past stage 1. Supply and demand and emblem goods. What's emblems?
No idea. So
emblems. Okay.
You're just all talking nonsense now. I don't know what you're talking about. What
you're the one who normally speaks foreign languages, and they're obviously not foreign to the people who speak them, but you know what I mean. So
Vemblem, what's that?
Emblems. Yeah, so we should do a Wednesday Vemblem watch.
Actually, well, I'll let you decide. But
actually, that this is showing us up. So Vemblem goods are luxury items where demand increases as the price increases.
Demand increases as
the autocorrect. Yeah.
Veblen.
Veblen. Okay.
So next time I hear someone say Veblen, I sort of think I'll
you kind of know what they mean.
Yeah.
You mean luxury items where demand increases as the price increases.
Yeah. I don't actually know what you said, but like that Veblen, it sounded familiar. Okay.
Yeah. I think that also, if you did respond with that, their eyes would light up in surprise, because no one has ever understood what they meant before then.
I've always had that problem with like big words, you know, because like you know, it must be because I hang around.
Verisimilitude.
Well, I don't know. I must hang around a lot of people who are like, you know, been to secondary schools and things like that, you know, because like, you know, you come out with a sort of reasonably big word and then you have to explain what it means. It's like, well, why did I use it in the first place, you know?
Yeah.
I should just talk really simple.
Simple like, yeah.
Don't use big words like marmalade.
Like marmalade. Yeah. Oh no, you're baffling me with science now.
Oh, right, sure.
So anyway, yeah. So that's interesting. I'll check about Vebling. I need to brush up on my economics 101. I think, or even just one. I've probably got to start somewhere. So yeah. What were we going to look at then? There was a thing, wasn't there? Thanks, Scotty, by the way. That was led to an interesting conversation on that one.
Yeah. And also, I didn't. It's weird when I did say the field in Hampshire. I completely forgot about the title of that Pulp song, like you mentioned. Actually, it was obviously in my brain somewhere, wasn't it? You know. But yeah.
There's a comment scrolling up.
Oh, it was actually a song. It was a song by Pulp called "Sorted for Ease and Wears," which mentioned a field in Hampshire, somewhere in the field in Hampshire.
Okay.
You know, which is, I was talking about the gold asteroid. You know,
yes.
As you normally mention casually on a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, and of course Hampshire would be where the asteroid would land, bang in the middle of the New Forest, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I was just trying to think of somewhere really easily accessible where you could just go and access the gold, you know, and you know, they could easily just build a fence around it and you know, hand out a bit of gold to everybody, and that would nicely devalue it and bring it down to that retracement level that we talked about.
LDO, which look at Binance, probably doesn't matter too much. So LDO, USDT, should do the perps.
I don't think it matters really, but
probably not. And I'll just close off for the moment.
I had a little look myself. Actually, it does look quite interesting. Actually, but there's quite a few like this though. I've had nice pullbacks. I did actually go into a bit of a link trade last night, like Chainlink, and
okay,
purely because it was just looking like it was on the turn, you know, and it come down quite a lot. I thought I'll do that. About 27% up now, so it's quite cool. Anyway, sorry, LDO.
Interesting thing here, because obviously that was the dreaded sort of October the 10th crash. Just how much that recovered. I mean, it did come down, or eventually, like closed that day 30% down. So kind of Bitcoin level. I think Bitcoin. No, Bitcoin didn't fall much as 30% straight away. Did it? Significantly less, I think, on October the 10th.
Yeah.
No, sorry, no, it was 30%, I'm sure. Anyway, but Lido, probably like a lot of altcoins, crashed a further 68%. So virtually 100% crash. Is that possible? Does that happen? How can that be 100? Oh no, 77% crash. Okay, just my maths is up the spout, I think. Not up the duff, but up the spout. So, what do you want? Do you want like intraday or just like long term? Where's it headed? Should do intraday, probably a bit more. Because we looked at a bunch of long term stuff leading into this. So if we start on the 1 hour, that's looking like it's well, I was going to say overbought, but then that could well just continue upwards. And in fact, looking at that, the faster moving stochastic, or even the fastest moving stochastic, has crossed above the slower weighted average, even while up there and overbought. So that's kind of like it means business. Isn't it? It's kind of a positive thing in that sense. So that there's sort of could it reach as high as there? So that'd be 0.76 potentially. because especially in that area, because there is then kind of a area of liquidity that, and it is funny how the quite often the retracement levels just kind of tie in, they correlate with areas of liquidity, even though they've kind of reached the conclusions in different ways. So like I could draw that in, get some drawings on there, make it look like I'm not just rambling. So actually that's probably down to there, isn't it, really? Yes, in fact that's that's very bang in the middle of that area. It's quite order blocky. Depending how we do that, I mean, because also this wicks down there, so I could kind of come down if we wanted to draw it like that, and then it ties in with these tops. So it's like these have maybe just kind of wicked up into this order block, essentially, because that's obviously a bearish order block. So price is just like wicked up into it. The reason it's bearish, by the way, a bearish order block is essentially that there's just a major move to the downside there, as you can see. So there was a bunch of selling and rebuying, selling and buying, and so on. It's just like steady selling of the token until eventually it's just like, oh, for God's sake, just and it kind of capitulated downwards. But and then any attempt to come back into there is, because I could probably even just to make the point a bit more. It's really probably down to that one, and even that one there. Should just draw that all the way down. So essentially the price tried to get back up through there. A bunch more sell orders triggered and just down again, and then didn't even get closer. So you might well expect something like that again. Oh, it's on its way, isn't it? It's getting a good, decent run up this time. Like head down, just barreling ahead as fast as it can. Is just going to bounce off a brick wall, essentially, when it will bounce off a tree or something when it hits its head there. Hope it's wearing a crash helmet. So, yeah, essentially it could just come into there, maybe really convincingly get up through there, then meets the retracement level. Might even just pop to the top, as it were, that, and then just down again, potentially. It depends. Okay, and we've got one up there too. So what might happen then is, let's get drawing. So if it did this, it could kind of, maybe a bit of a reaction. If it gets that through, might see it rise above that a bit, or even just touch that level and come back down to here. Then after that, it's going to be dependent on so many things. But it could end up being kind of a drop back down to there, drop back down to there. Oh, bullish retracement level there too. So it could, if it was this level, maybe I should do that as I know other people use the where even is it? Can't even find it now. Is it in here? Sorry, bear with me. Where the hell did it go? The is it just in here? Yeah, maybe just the. I think people kind of use. If I'm looking at the right one, fairly sure it's that. So they would do. Which way does it go? And that looks better, doesn't it? We get a dashed line in there now, so looks quite professional. So yeah, so essentially we could well just see. God, I lost this thing. So it crashed down through that level, maybe bounce to somewhere around there, and then if we're lucky, given that there's a bullish retracement level right there, then up, or kind of down to that kind of just kind of pivot area and so on, and then up. Something like that. That's if it heads up. that's kind of the bullish take. What it would need to do in order to kind of bullishly break out above this kind of area of resistance, and to get above there eventually. If we go slightly higher term, then yikes, abyss. Want to get some price action to the left. Oh, it goes all the way back to that. Okay. This is in what you might think of as kind of, it's not so much price discovery territory. It's kind of like price forgotten territory. So, because obviously it can be quite difficult to chart something when it's gone up to all-time highs, for example, because it's just like, well, okay, where do you can do like a fib extension on that, but that's probably about it, really. It's difficult to sort of find just areas it's going to retrace to and things above within that until it started to plot out and develop a new history up there. But similarly with this has also been up in these previous prices. Let's do that, a bit of that. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, interesting. That's about there. So, okay. It's the opposite of price discovery. Then is this just that it hasn't been on? Well, it's Binance, isn't it? I was going to say it hasn't been on there for all that long, but I suppose back to 2022. So this is new trodden territory to the downside. It's an upside down price discovery, which is a bit sad to see, really.
Yeah.
And that's a downward trend as well. I mean, I guess it's following the market, isn't it? Just that's how crypto kind of is. Where do you even draw that from? Don't know. Yeah. So that's terribly drawn, by the way. But you get the idea. It's just downwards. So, yeah, for it to break above this sort of thing, there's that retracement. Kind of needs to get above that level. That one, funny enough, is showing a correlation with this level as well, which suggests that this will continue to be significant at some point if the price can get back up there. So it makes this what seems like a battleground when we close in on that. It's like a tiny little skirmish, really, isn't it? The bigger battle is actually kind of getting above this kind of descending resistance, kind of boink, boink.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it gets above that, something like that's the very bullish case, if it went that way. Do you think there's at least a falling wedge hiding in there somewhere? I could bring out the thing. Or do you think it's like nothing like that?
Yeah, probably. I think with this sort of thing, you just need to know what they're up to, really. If they've still got a viable business model, or if everyone's lost interest, or what.
Yeah, as with so many alts, isn't it? It's just like this. But well, yeah, yes and no. I mean, if people are purely trading this, then obviously the sentiment is kind of very much a part of that as well. But yeah, I think you're probably right. I'm trying to ramble my way around. Just
I just
agreeing,
think, yeah, I just think you need to sort of, I don't know. I just worry about some alts where, they're just being traded just for speculation, and there's nothing behind them. It's like things that once had a use, might have just become sort of memeable things. Like Polkadot isn't going to solve the world, is it? So
not anymore. Yeah, they had their chance, I think, didn't they?
Yeah. So
dot is dead, and so on. Yeah.
Yeah. So regardless of what it does, it's not going to be like a top 3 crypto. Sort of that kind of thing. Oh dear. I got a little ping from my daughter. She wants me to go and pick her up.
Okay. Yeah. I think we're done. I was going to say just very quickly, because that's a very kind of shallow falling wedge in any case. So I don't know if that means that any recovery from that would similarly not be a huge push to the upside anyway. It's going to be protracted, a bit like the if this bull market continues, it's going to be a kind of slow, drawn out kind of thing with shallow inclines, I think, and just not particularly exciting price moves, apart from when we get the panic moves to the downside. So like into next year, if it goes that way at all. Otherwise, it's kind of bear market all the way, for a year or so. Yeah.
Cool.
Probably could go through other things, but maybe save a few things up for tomorrow as well.
It's up to you, actually. I've just told her I'll be about 10 minutes, but I'll tell you what is interesting, and it's almost worth a quick jingle. Actually, is Chippy on the daily? Do you want to have a look at that?
Yeah, sure. I think I know what you're going to show for that.
Okay. Okay.
So, but maybe just given. Well, I was going to say, given how I feel about about Chippy's prospects at the moment, I could maybe just play a portion of the jingle and then cut it short.
Okay, let's do that.
On Free Chippy Friday, we gather and munch. Golden fish and chips, the perfect lunch. By the seaside, with girls in a flock, we savor the moment on Chippy Watch. Chippy Watch.
Yeah. Okay. So so that's about the retracement level, isn't it? That being hit, I think, finally. But interesting, just on here, I left that the falling wedge on there. Just remember, it's this on the daily, and it's kind of interesting. There might be a recovery from that, because that's a steep falling wedge, especially that.
Sorry, I took the opportunity to go to the loo, actually, which is why the
Oh,
whole thing.
That's right. I was I was talking about chart patterns and so on here, because I left the falling wedge on there, and that kind of has similarly sort of shown itself to be a falling wedge. What the hell am I rambling on about now? So, but I think at the end of that, given the steepness of that could, you never know, just like turn into a big move to the upside. Just hope so.
Well, I bloody hope so, because I've got quite a bit of it, and Anyway. But no, I just wanted to sort of just point out how brilliantly the 1 day retracement worked. Which is like, it's great.
It's funny, isn't it?
I just hope it won't. I just hope it won't fall further. That's all.
Yeah, it's true. Because like on here, we were questioning that at the time, when we
we were.
Has that in effect, like, is it in the spirit of the retracement level? Is it actually, does that count as having retraced? It's like, oh no, it hasn't quite touched. And then sure enough, blip, kind of plopped down, didn't it? And then it seems, if it can recover from there nicely, I mean, we've at least got a kind of mid-range cross. That might be down to my settings, actually.
No, I've got that. I've got that.
You got that as well, okay.
Yeah.
So, because at the moment they're set to count if it's above 20 and below 80. So, because when I was initially adding this, I had like 30 and 70 set as the things, but I thought, well, as long as it's within that range, then it probably counts. And it's the individual stochastics, the four stochastics, if they cross above there. So like if at least, I can't remember, 2 or 3 of them or whatever. So that's why they, even though those are below, it's like the averaged out thing, but really enough of them have crossed above to make that count. So not a lot else to say about it, is there? Just looked at purely in the context of that, that's bloody bearish. It's just like, where does it go from there? If it can establish, shallow though it may be, a bit of a higher low, then there's promise. There's signs of life there. Might and then up, because it feels like it kind of wants to do some kind of getting back up to this sort of level, so it'd be that, and then up to there or something, or even above, ideally. It would be kind of nice. It's going to be so dependent on the rest of the market now. It feels like, whatever it's doing there is just like kind of potentially just too little too late, and the continued non-appearance of Chippy 2.0 doesn't really help. Just like get your developers sorted,
I'm going to have to pop off, Maff. So
I think we're done before I get even more negative about it.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say thank you for everyone coming along. Can you please give the video, please give the live stream a like, make sure you are subscribed, all that kind of thing. I'm just going to run the Black Friday shill now, and then that'll be it. Actually, if I do this, Maff, can you do the outro afterwards?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, right. Right, I've got to go. So I'll see you later, and I'll let Matt. The Quadzilla Black Friday sale is now live, and it's live until the end of November. This gives you a massive 40% discount on the annual fee. This means if you're paying in dollars, you're getting it for $49 a month. If you're paying in euros, it's 42 euros a month. And if you're paying in pounds, it's just £36 a month. This gives you full access to this amazing indicator, and also full access to our Discord community. And this is where you can get trading ideas, discuss your trading ideas, ask questions. And remember, the only stupid question is the one you don't ask. We have this winning trade section here, which has some phenomenal wins like 73%, 24%, 114%, 47%, 20%. They keep going on. Some of the wins here are absolutely phenomenal. People are making lots of money in our Discord community. So if you want to become a profitable trader and you want to make your next trade profitable, head over to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. We'll see you over there.